Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. This time I feel like changing things up. On my last stream back on Thursday, I finished up Hi-Fi Rush, so let's kick right off with a new game. This here is going to be Library of Ruina. It's been on my list for a hot minute. I haven't really heard much about it. Honestly, I heard of it through the soundtrack of all things, because the main vocal artist popped up in my regular recommendations. But outside of that, I just know it's some kind of deck-building RPG. I enjoy a good card game. I enjoy a good RPG. Let's get right into it. Library of Ruina. Book, Librarian, Star, and City. New game, that's probably load, options, and quit. Yeah, I assume that's good. I go out to the street, my hands in my pockets. I already got an achievement. That's a good sign.
아직 이곳을 나갈 수는 없어.
I'm gonna guess that the vocals are all in a different language. Alright. I still cannot leave this
끝까지 나는
place.
자유롭지 못하네.
Can I... There's no way that I can... Here we go. It's going to be distracting to read while also, I totally lost my train of thought. It's going to be distracting to try and read while also hearing the same, voice. Let's try like 30. Even at the end of all of this, I cannot be free.
질서에 맞지 않는 꿈을 품어서는
Am I not allowed to have a dream that is beyond my means? You know what? Yeah, let's pump that down to 0. It's unfortunate to not have voice acting, but I want to read. Damn it. The purple tear. Tear? Tear? Cannot believe this is how she handled it. What the hell happened? What's with all this smoke? I guess I'll have to trust her. I'll only say this once. I despise verbose and roundabout speech that doesn't get straight to the point. So don't try to get wordy, just answer my questions. You don't get to question me either. Where did you come from? How did you enter this place? And for what purpose? Well, who are you to... Boy, I'm suddenly getting all nauseous. Ah! My leg! I warned you, and you crossed the line. Let me ask you one more time. Where did you come from? How did you enter this place? And for what purpose? I was just walking around, and I ended up here before I even realized it. I have no idea how I got here. Damn it, blood's gushing out of my right leg. I swear I wasn't trying to trespass. I don't even know where this is. I woke up around 1 p.m. and started walking around the streets of District 13. Since I was just out and about, I figured I could go wherever I wanted, so I decided to drop by Ham Ham Pang Pang? Heard they served a weekly special sandwich. Anyway, I had bills to pay, got no jobs, had to make a living somehow as a one-man office. Ah! You dragged on too long. I'll be taking your left arm and left leg next. You have no purpose, and you don't even know how you got here. Just who are you? Just an ordinary fixer who's hit rock bottom. What the hell is this place? And who are you? Ah! Come on, taking 2 limbs at once is cheating. I'm the one asking questions. Your name? Roland. Good. Welcome to the library. We've yet to serve any guests, but then you suddenly appeared out of nowhere. It took me quite a bit of effort designing this library to ensure that no uninvited guests could enter, you see. Damn it, these limbs were all I had. I don't have any cash or mortgages to get new ones anymore. So they regularly get new limbs? Interesting. Seems he's fainted. Wake up. Ugh. My legs, my arms. Wait, they're all intact again? You should be able to swing your arms and walk again. And I made a few readjustments to your body to make it a bit easier to use. Although you did trespass on my library, I also took your limbs away without your consent, so I'm giving you these as an apology. I'm quite patient and generous, you see. You can grant limbs? Patient my ass. Am I really supposed to be thankful for this? And the warning isn't in effect anymore, right? Nope, not anymore. I had a few thoughts while you were knocked out. And here's my conclusion. You'll help me out here. What? Huh? Do syndicates these days kidnap people this way too? Or is this one of the wings? Heard rumors that they abduct test subjects from here and there for singularity research. An acquaintance of mine apparently began jumping between dimensions as a side effect of those experiments. My life really is an unlucky mess. This is a library. I don't know the syndicates you're talking about, but this place isn't a wing, at least. Doesn't really matter. Whatever the case, I'm trapped here, and you'll exploit me, right? Yes, I'm letting you live for 2 reasons. First, I need an analysis of how you could enter this place uninvited. Sending you back, or neglecting you without knowing the reason could pose a significant threat to the library. Well, it's not like you can leave without my permission anymore. Second, from now on, I will collect books about the city in search of the one absolute book. And I want you to help me with this process. So does that make me Roland? Since you are a resident of the city, I expect you to be helpful in various ways. I knew this would happen to me someday. People would disappear without a trace, only to be found as chunks of flesh much later. I used to laugh at those poor folks for being careless and unlucky, but now I see it has nothing to do with carelessness or anything, huh? Just happens without a moment's notice. Don't be too concerned about your life. You're not allowed to die here unless I permit you to. Damn it, this was a crazy laboratory sort of deal. Do you, shove random stuff like corn kernels and clockwork into people's stomach and turn them into walking popcorn-spewing popcorn machine men or something? This has gotta be the worst. I'd much rather die and be over with it all. If you spout such nonsense one more time, I'll gladly turn you into a human popcorn machine as you so wish. I've already gone through so many cycles of bullshittery, responding to every bit of meaningless rubbish. Sorry, ma'am. Let me introduce myself properly. My name is Angela. I'm the head librarian and director of this library. Angela? That's a good name. So what am I supposed to do? Your role is to welcome the guests invited to the library. I will carefully determine what guests to invite and write an invitation accordingly, and you will entertain the guests once they accept the invitation and arrive at the library. Since you have actual experience working as a fixer, I'm sure you'll be able to give the various types of guests a much better reception than I could. I'm just a washed-up grade 9 fixer, though. What's this reception all about, anyway? Do I catch their eyes, or be a waiter for them or something? It's simple. You just have to deal with the guests. In a physical manner, of course. The library presents the guests with an ordeal, and books will open up in the process. The guests who have overcome the ordeal will be deemed worthy to earn their books. There is the possibility that you may die in the process of reception, but it's only temporary. You'll get back up when the library closes. No one here may rest without my permission. Do you happen to have some weird fantasies about fixers? Aren't you expecting too much from grade 9? I'm not as talented as you seem to think, you know. That's none of my business. I've prepared a manual for you, so go ahead and figure things out yourself. Tutorial time? I think I get the gist of it now. So, how does this invitation exactly work? Open up the invitation and register the books you wish to serve to your guests. And next, the invitation will naturally be sent to those who need the books. That's it? Sounds a bit too easy. The invitation is another carefully crafted work of mine, much like the library. Yes, think of it as a compass. It would be much easier to understand that way. Ah, a compass, as in the tool that tells directions? That's right. The invitations will guide me towards the one book that I truly wish to obtain. And sometimes, the invitation may turn red, according to the books you've registered. A red invitation indicates that it can be sent to the special guests who unravel the next part of the story. Until we register the books that match what the red invitation wants, our journey will be halted for a bit. But there's no guarantee that the guest will always respond to the invitation, right? In fact, there is. They're destined to come. And the guests will accept the invitation of their own will and enter the library. That's surprisingly polite and fair for something that takes place in this city. Most of the time, people's lives are taken away by others without any consent or agreement. Well, anyway, once we get those books, what comes next? The library is a place of limitless possibilities. Even I cannot fathom the infinite space and power of this library just yet. That's why I wish to complete the library by filling that space with books. And I will get in my hands the one perfect book that will complete me and my library. The perfect book, huh? I suppose those books are different from the ones I know.
Open the curtains.
Hey, intro time!
Lights on.
Let's
Don't
get
miss
the
a
cursor out of the way.
moment of this experiment. Oh, the book is strange, like clockwork orange. Keep your eyes buttered till the end. Which you are going to be. Inside the mirror, do you see someone else in the body? Transforming one hand, two hand, three hand. Turn around, say like a doggy till I finish my beat. Cut it off, cut down your nose. Hold us over loyalty. It's gonna get you killed in the group of all convenient theories. For the puppets on TV, there's comfort in the streets. If you're gonna control me, at least make it interesting theatrically. When there's a hit for me, think I am done with everything. Now I'm ready to leave. Dragging out one line, two lines, three lines. Connect our hands when I no longer can live on knowledge alone. You gave me strength, hope for curiosity. You're still happy, answers left for my discovery. What's the color of the electric shape you see? And if you love me, can you love your everything too for me?
This definitely has a very strong aesthetic, and I am living for it. Okay. I wonder if the game's a little too loud. I don't know how that's gonna sound in comparison to anything. A reception begins by sending an invitation to guests whom you want to invite. You'll want to navigate to the question mark to begin this process. Dear guest, I formally invite you to the library. The library's books can provide you with all the wisdom, wealth, honor, and power you seek. However, an ordeal will await you at the library. If you cannot overcome this ordeal, you'll be converted into a book yourself. This screen shows the list of books currently in the library's possession. Select the needed book now. Continue along with the final preparation for the invitation. When you're ready, hit send. Hey, hurry up and scrape them up now. Those Zwygoons might arrive any second. I'm doing my best here. I just can't seem to get a clean rip of his guts. The contents of this guy act weirdly different. Never even heard of a body modification procedure that does this. Something's off about these organs. They're looking really strange. Damn it, their footsteps are getting closer. Forget about clean cuts, just pull them out and take them. At this rate, our heads are going to be nicely chopped off of our bodies. Do you need something? Bubble gum. Oh, wait. Lucy's coming. Look, where you want to go, Lucy? I don't know. Anyway, why does he have this kind of stuff in his body? Whatever, just take him. We're out of time. Just about done. Now run! Whew, that was close. You're a bold one, Pete, going for a gut harvest in a territory managed by the Zwei. These are the only jobs we have left. We have to climb up by any means necessary, whatever it takes. You know my dream, right? To be one of the fingers of the back streets. I'll admit, it's rare to see someone with a dream these days. Let's sell off these guts we've hauled first. We gotta preserve enough cash to offer to the stray dogs. True, this could be our chance to join an urban legend class syndicate. Alright, time to check out the harvest. Hey, is this a joke? You sure you scraped up the right stuff? I told you, this guy didn't have a single proper organ inside him. I expected innards soaked in drugs, like enkephaline? At worst. These are damaged too badly. It's like someone already blew them up. We only doused them with anesthetics. Didn't do no harm. This doesn't make sense. How could I have even walked around with these messed up organs? What if it's one of those? You know, rumor says there's a guy who skewers and threads people alive and turns them into dolls. Yeah, I've heard of that too. But look at the state of these things. Not the case at all. I hear those dolls are made by threading flesh and bones together. But this son of a bitch doesn't have any scars or stitches showing outside. Now that I think about it, there was a round orange symbol on the back of his neck. I thought it was a tattoo at first, but he didn't seem like the type to have one. He was a desk-working dweeb. Symbols? Tattoos? Damn it, please don't tell me we poked the wrong beehive. Besides that, he also had this envelope in his body. What the hell's an envelope doing in a human body? This keeps getting worse. Give me that. An invitation to a library? What's this about? Books? We can get books from the library? What a bunch of nonsense. Oh, I mixed up voices. That's fine. It was a flop after all. The payment's due tomorrow. We got 7 hours to be exact. That's too little time for another run of gut harvesting. We're heading to the library, as the invitation says. I don't know what this book thing is, but we're out of options. We gotta take any chance we get. Isn't this just suicide? We don't know what kind of place it might be. Can't be any worse than dying to the stray dogs or the Zwei Association. We're screwed anyway. Shut up and follow me if you want to live. What was that we just saw? Fragments of the invitation process. We can take a peek at the stories of our upcoming guests. Didn't take you for a peeping Tom. It's more convenient to know what kind of guests will visit us in advance, isn't it? Besides, this is the invitation's will, not mine. That's a splendid thing you got there, man. Prize upon people and kidnaps them too. Perfect tool for crimes. Heck, if the invitation can do all that, why don't we just skip the whole reception part? Can't we just teleport them right into a room full of traps or something? I cannot do that. We can only take a peek when it's been decided that the guests are coming here of their own volition. And the invitation's power isn't wholly mine either. I'm simply borrowing it. Yeah, no way anything can go smoothly in the city. They're desperate guests. Tell me, was the invitation responsible for that symbol and internal damage as well? What? Not a chance. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened. The invitation simply finds a way to those who need it. That means those weird happenings were someone else's doing. I've never seen that kind of phenomenon back when I was a fixer. It's like something from the ruins. Ruins? I don't know a whole lot either. I only heard stories of it. Should I describe it as magic? That kind of stuff exists in the ruins, apparently. In any case, we simply greet our guests. They seem to be low class, but oh well. Those are probably a bunch of lowly gangsters from the back streets. We call them rats. Groups of half-assed thugs that barely qualify as a syndicate. They don't have any money or power. They're losers who only think about making ends meet day by day. I just roasted myself there. The back streets. I know of them. You do? Someone I know was from the back streets. Well, that's nothing special, really. The back streets stretch all over the city like veins. Heck, might actually be tougher to find someone who isn't from the back streets. So this is a library. Looks fancier than I thought. Could be a bunch of valuable things here. Greetings, dear guests. This is the library. And I am Angela, the librarian of my role's namesake. You may find what you desire here, but you may also end up yielding your precious possessions to us. You the owner of this place? We're allowed to take whatever we want here, right? Indeed. You may earn books, to be exact. If you're able to, of course. These books things really worth a lot, though? Of course they can be, if the information they hold is valuable. Mang-Chi, beggars can't be choosers. We gotta cling on to anything we can find. May you find your books in this place, then. Okay, what are we working with here? Up here, you can see some bare information about the librarians who will participate in the reception. In this section, you can see detailed info about the selected character. Underneath, you can check the list of combat pages, cards, the selected character will use in the reception. Reception is just battle, I suppose. Info on the guests that have accepted the invitation to the library is shown here. This section you can see detailed information about the selected character. So, I've got 30 health. Is that supposed to be like a defense stat? They only roll 1 or 2. I don't know if this means this type of attack is fatal, or... Dirty blow, bite off. Okay. You can see their cards. Select this bar or press relevant button to start the battle when you have finished reviewing all available info. So this is resistance. Stagger damage. I guess that's like a stagger resistance. Speed dice. They're all kind of similar, huh? Different weaknesses, but... Alright, let's get to it. Quite a GUI, huh? Alright. This text describes the ability of the page, usually activated upon use. In combat, 3 types of offensive dice exist, each corresponding to a different damage type. This icon represents slash damage. When an offensive die with this icon is played, slash type is performed. Likewise, pierce and blunt. The ability of an action, written on the right, may activate when the die is played, based on its condition. Most abilities activate when the attack hits the target or the die wins in a clash against an opposing die. During battle, using combat pages needs a resource called Light. The amount of light a character currently has is indicated by the number of yellow icons above them. Determining speed. When the scene begins, press spacebar to roll the speed dice. A higher speed value offers the following advantages. If the enemy's speed is lower than yours, you can redirect their attacks to you. Characters with higher speed values act first. Select speed dice on the librarian. This is the librarian's hand of combat pages, aka cards. Select one of them. Charge and cover. Light defense. Honestly, a strong bit of pierce damage plus defense sounds pretty good. Now select the speed die of an opposing character to target with the attack. So I'm using pierce damage. I guess the flashing one means it's best to target them. You're flashing with pierce, so I guess hit you with a pierce attack? By pressing Q or clicking the icon, you can toggle Quick Mode. In Quick Mode, the action dice are rolled automatically during battle, allowing combat to play out smoothly. When Quick Mode is off, the player must manually roll the action dice within each engagement by clicking or pressing space. With this utility, you can automatically fill the librarian's speed dice with the combat pages in their hands. Targets are randomly determined. This makes battle proceed quicker at the cost of precision and strategy. These are visual indicators showing who the librarians and guests are currently targeting for attack. Toggle them by pressing 1, 2, or 3 on the keyboard or clicking on the icons. By pressing spacebar or clicking on the icon after the speed dice have been rolled, you can begin combat. I should also prep a second move here. Am I able to? It doesn't seem like it. Alright. One-sided attacks. When only one of the two opposing characters has dice to play, a one-sided attack occurs. This happens when a character targets an enemy that isn't targeting them back. Only offensive dice are played in one-sided attacks. Defensive dice will be retained until the scene ends or an enemy attempts a one-sided attack. Oh boy. When both characters in an engagement have dice to play, a clash occurs. This usually occurs when the speed dice of two characters target each other. Retained defensive dice or counter dice may also cause a clash. In a clash, the results of actions are determined by comparing their rolls. Offensive dice can only deal damage equal to the roll by the winning clash. Interactions between defensive dice follow the rules on the next page. So in other words, if there is a high power attack, the roll by winning the clash. So if two people target each other, only the winner actually deals damage with it. Block dice, winning a clash versus offensive dice, completely blocks damage, deals stagger damage to the attacker by difference in value. Losing a clash mitigates damage, and deals stagger damage equal to roll value. Okay, those are evade dice. Winning it completely negates damage, evade die was retained. Drawing is negating damage, but the die is lost. And winning a clash against it recovers stagger resist. So because I had that defense die, I was in a much better spot. A character may inflict or receive two types of damage, physical damage and stagger damage. Attacks with stagger damage will reduce the target's stagger resist, yellow, on hit. When it hits 0, they fall into a staggered state, indicated by broken speed dice. Staggered character receives fatal damage from all forms of attack, can't act for the rest of the current and next scene, can't restore light, or draw more pages. Character restores 1 light after staggering opponents. So I've managed to stagger him. And I guess because of the shield I put up, I dealt a bit of stagger damage to him. And I guess they missed? Or something? Or did they toss up like a defensive die? I don't know. Shoot. That could be a problem. Here we go. I'm really gonna get hit hard here. Let's see if I can knock him out. He's weak to slashing. Can I also... No, I can only plan one attack. Staggered that. Alright. Solving books. Taking physical damage will decrease the character's HP, indicated by the red gauge. When the HP of a librarian or guest is brought down to 0, they die. Guests who meet their demise in the library will be resolved into books. Yo, howdy Gold, thanks for hopping in. Never been good at tutorials. Yeah, thanks for popping in. Who's a follower again? Weird. The higher the guest's emotion level was, the more likely they are to yield books of greater quantity or quality upon death. Even if a librarian dies, they'll rise once again in reception. Whew, the guy almost turned the tide and got me there. Heart's still pounding. Alright. I think I see how this is... God damn it. Alright. Fade 1 to 5. What are you planning? Real basic attack here. Maybe I'll be able to do, You're weak to pierce? This might actually do it for me. Let's go for it. There we go. Really didn't want to meet such an awkward end, just don't be a nuisance. Okay. I think I'm picking up the bits here. Let's knock it down with a focus strike. What's light attack? This will probably deal more damage overall. Normal, normal, weak. Let's do it. Got a book there too. Perfect. Curtain call for the reception of rats. You can check the books you've obtained from the reception here. If you failed a reception, this part will show the books you have lost instead. You can check the battle symbols your librarians have obtained over a reception here. Now it's time to conclude with that curtains closed button. So I got a lot of rat books. Pied Piper and Determined Challenger. 2% chance to boost stagger damage of each type by 1. Do I get both of those, or is it something I equip later? I don't know. I'll figure it out. I wonder, is it so important for them to belong to a renowned syndicate? It's all part of city life. You have to belong to a group, be it a syndicate or anything else. Living in the city gets too tough otherwise. You can now select the floor of general works during reception. A Pleasure to burn. In this section, you can burn the books you've obtained. You can see what the books in your possession have to offer before burning them. These books are also used for inviting the guests of subsequent adventures, so it's recommended to keep at least one copy in your possession. So, if I burn the books, can I possibly get copies here? Here's a list of items that can be obtained. Okay, so I guess, like, these character pages are maybe lore entries for those people, and then a couple other attacks and such that I'm able to add to my deck. Press the relevant button to begin burning. From the ashes, you can check the list of items that can be obtained from burning the book. I guess I'm only allowed to burn one copy of the book. Ah, gotcha. That makes sense. Oh, I guess I got a lot. Or this is just a tutorial page. When you burn books on a floor, you'll see a lovely animation in that floor's color. You can randomly obtain pages of that book. It reveals different pages each time based on chance. Two types of pages, key pages and combat pages. Gotcha. Key pages constitute a librarian's physique. They serve as equipment. Combat pages are the cards and techniques used by librarians in battle. I see. The rarity of the page ranges from paperback, hardcover, limited to object art. Pages of higher grades are more powerful, though rare to acquire when burning books. Also, key pages have a set limit onto how many can be owned at once, depends on rarity. Does this mean that I'm able to add them as their own, like, librarians? Bleed X. For the scene, take X damage and subtract 1/3 of the stack every time an offensive rolls. Rounds up. Oh, inflicting bleed. Take 2 damage, subtract 1/3. Okay, that makes sense. So they like to use bleed skills. I see. I think. Let's burn a few more. Got the rest of those. That'll do for now, I think. Credenza. Scenes of patron librarians. Check out episodes of brief interactions between patron librarians. You can rewatch them if you want. Okay. Makes enough sense. Click on a group of guests and click an episode. You can watch pre- and post-battle story segments. So it's kind of like a story. I mean, I suppose I'll find out if it'll tell me how to equip stuff. If nothing else, it almost seems like I can equip it in that, like, pre-battle loadout thing. Peaks page. Move over to this panel, select a librarian on this floor to move combat. That's my current deck. Extra cards that I owned. Evade 1 to 4. Bite off. Let's see if I can get myself a little bit more bleed work. am I only allowed to have 9 cards? How much is this? 1 to 8? On a pierce. I don't have a lot of bludgeoning. Skitterway evades. I think that'll do for now. And that's just Roland. This is a list of key pages currently owned. This panel shows the information of the selected key page. You can change the deck. Oh boy, this is a lot of buttons. Press this button to equip the key page to the librarian. I should probably save that current setup. Hold up, this is Mang Chi's page now. Something like that. You can do custom... Whew. Decks are tied to key pages for easy transfer. Okay. You can customize librarians' appearances and dialogues. You can also do battle symbols. Jump to librarian information here. Oh, you can really customize yourself, huh? I'll save this for later, I think. This really just changes what my resistance are. Resistances. Invitation. Meanwhile, the library itself... Okay, good to know. Let's try sending out an invite. I guess this one's important. Foiled again. I didn't go through all the trouble of becoming a fixer to do mundane chores like this. You know how it is, only select few get to rise up the ranks. But still, we might see the light one day if we start out with smaller tasks, don't you think? I envy your optimism, Finn. But a request like, please find my lost cat before night falls, is seriously not it. Garbage offices get garbage requests. Yeah, Finn, you probably had better things in mind when you became a fixer. You know, a bigger field to play on. I'm sure I can move to a nicer office or become an associate fixer someday if I keep working hard. Bet I might. That's odd. There's an envelope in my pocket. It says the invitation. Smells fishy. Can't overlook something like this. Besides, if what's written on the invitation is true, those books would be of interest to several associations. It is interesting, but we don't exactly know what's in the library, right? We should report this to the office first and take care of it formally. I ain't about to feed a garbage office that won't feed me. We're going first if you don't wanna. They called themselves Fixers. Did you happen to be friends with them? What? Look, assuming all Fixers know each other is... It's like picking two random pedestrians and hoping they know each other. Your question is basically asking these two strangers, you're both humans, so you must know each other, right? You get what I mean? I should expect to see many different kinds of Fixers if what you're saying is true. Pretty much. I guess I don't have my original page anymore, but it doesn't seem to matter too much. I'll leave that as is. Okay. Get out of there. Grade 9 Yoon's Fixer. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Skip. Okay. As the battle progresses, the emotional tension of the librarians and guests will be heightened. Positive emotion points, blue, gained upon winning a clash or having advantages in battle, like defeating an enemy. Negative emotions is gained upon losing a clash or suffering disadvantages. As emotion levels rise, the overall emotion of the teams they belong to will be heightened. When your team's emotion level goes up, you can choose an abnormality page to use at the beginning of the next scene. Okay, I'm faster. You're planning the light defense, evade, guard, strike. And you're planning just the attack. Let's see if I can do something about that. 6. Let's try a Rat's Guide to Survival. See how that plays out. Nice. Left part is just for sorting. Also, can unequip current one, return to default. Okay, not a problem. That makes enough sense to me, I think. So, we're gonna clash. You're gonna go all defensive, then try and smack for just a little bit. It might not be much, but let's see if I can knock you down with a focus strikes. Perfect. So, the speed tie would probably be more important if he had allies that I needed to worry about. But for now, what was that? He's doing the light defense. I might be able to break through. 3 to 7. And your resistances to that are normal. Pierce is fatal. A good swing will do you in, I think. Only problem is if I low roll. Fuck it. Low rolled. Well, it's fine. Okay, you're going all in on attack. Let's match it. Nice. Perfect. Curtain call for the reception of Yoon's office fixers. Got 6 of those books, no battle symbols gained. Let's burn a couple of those. 3 for now. What have we got? Chance to boost slash damage. Okay. Restoring 1 light. Various basic attacks. Gain a haste. Boost all speed values for that. Preemptive strike. I'm guessing I can only equip like 9 cards? Survival, preemptive strike. That's about the same, except it's evade instead of guard. Oh, I should probably switch my library. Nope, wrong button. To you. So that way I have slash damage instead. Got harvesting, focus strikes, dirty blow. Let's try both of those. I don't have a ton of strike. Let's grab one of those. Here. Gain a haste. A light defense. Let's try the quickness, see how well that goes. Oh. And a skitter? Maybe I should have a proper, like, offensive, one-shot. Okay, that should do it, I think. Down the line. Let's go. Sir, they haven't responded back to us. Something must have happened in that library. Plenty of fixers disappear without a trace. Whether they died or ran off... Ran off. Further lack of response means a violation of contract, and they're facing expulsion from my office. Reminder, can click on the map if you can't figure out what the book combo is. Good to know. I'm guessing there will be times down the line where I need, like, a specific combination of books for the correct, for, like, the story to progress. Gotcha. That makes sense. I'll definitely keep that in mind. There's too little evidence to back up your claim about this invitation. A door appeared out of thin air when they signed the paper, and they disappeared into that. Could be rich people's shenanigans, or a wing experimenting with its singularity. Yoon's office does not have any time to spare with things like that. I might still be a grade 9 fixer, but I can sense that something's off about this. Oh really? How tragic I can't read today. How tragic that such good instincts of a grade 9 fixer are wasted on our humble office. Listen up, little frog in the well. In this city, insane events happen every second of the day, most of which you haven't even heard of. You won't have time to feeling off about something when there's numerous other things that need your attention. If you can't present viable evidence right now, it's not worth looking into. What about that envelope right in front of you, operator? What? You little brat, trying to play a cheap trick on me? I didn't do anything, I swear. Get out for a moment. Hey, this is Yoon's office. Got a good lead this time. Lend me some cash so I can hire a few. No, seriously, I have a good feeling about this one. True, it can end up failing like you said. I can check just one more time if you want. I'm not exactly fond of this method, but... Yep, I have one guy fit for the job. It seems fixers must report to their office before they can even begin working. Well, that's formally the case. I could bypass that since I ran a one-man office, though. Fixers aren't any better than syndicates when it comes to greed. And it looks like this guy's trying to exploit a naive kid, too. So this is the library. Yeah, Yoon said we might even get sponsorship from an association if I succeed. I'll do my best. Greetings, Fixer. I'm Angela, the librarian of my role's namesake. Hello, I'm Finn, the Fixer at Yoon's office. Is it true that I can find books containing lots of information in this place? Yes, of course. You were given the invitation for that exact reason. May you find your book in this place. Finn's page. Okay. Seems straightforward enough. Slightly bulkier than the other guys I've been fighting, but nothing I can't handle. So you're going with thrust. Just 2 basic swings there. The 4. I believe I come out on top if I swing, like, offensively. Or I can try to mitigate damage. Let's just go swinging. Easy fight. Curtain call for the rookie. Only 3 books this time. I guess that's to be expected for one enemy. Oh boy, it's not all that delightful to see such a young rookie fall like that, all things considered. You said yourself that our way is quite polite and fair before, didn't you? That most of the time, people's lives are taken away by others without any consent or agreement. The library is different. People who enter this place have agreed to risk death to gain what they want. They even signed the paper to show such agreement. No coercion or compulsion is involved in this process. They make their own choice and pay accordingly. Well, yeah, fair point. Still, feels kind of dirty in a way. Each floor will present you with a set of assignments. Completing the assignments will unlock an abnormality battle. When the assignments are completed for a floor, a battle against an abnormality will become available. Clearing these battles will raise the floor's realization level. This is the current hazard level as perceived by the city. Raising the realization level of each floor will increase the library's presence as a threat. The library's hazard level will rise once it's filled. Let's see. You can click on the map if you're... Oh, I went right into it. You seem to be doing your job meekly and well for someone who complained so much. What else did you expect after greeting me in such a violent manner? Heck, I was shocked hard. I find myself in the middle of nowhere, and the first person I meet blows off my limbs. I was lost at first, but I get the gist of receiving guests now that I've tried it a few times. Though I do still have a complaint. Complaint? Sheesh, man, again with that stare. Can't say a thing. Just tell me what you mean. I mean, well, it's kinda tough to receive all the guests alone. Guests arriving one by one I can deal with, but when a whole group enters, the first thing that comes to my mind is, how the hell am I supposed to fight all of them? There's gotta be a point where one person is no longer enough, right? It's only working right now because we've been facing were minor syndicates and stuff. And the whole fuss about heightening emotions. You said I can't just kill the guests right away because of that. What's that odd face hinting at? There is a way, technically speaking, although I'm not certain if it's for the best. You're gonna join in the fights yourself? No. There are entities that could be of help, however. And those entities are... the beings that used to wield tremendous strength and power, but are now too transient to maintain a physical form, hardly holding on to existence. I don't remember seeing any living beings in this library other than you and me. They're asleep inside books, where the perfect environment for them is simulated, along with librarians who will be of assistance to you. Librarians? Entities inside books? That's all you need to know about them for now. What matters more is that they can be useful for the library's growth. Alright, let's say that's the case. How are these sleeping entities supposed to help us exactly? You have to enter their books and free the librarians trapped within. I believe they're under the influence of the abnormality's power for various reasons. Since they're highly unstable, they won't easily trust us. You're basically saying they'll take us all for invaders. Correct. If you can overcome all ordeals presented by them, they will come to accept you. Instructions still unclear, ma'am. You said they're as mighty as wet paper now. Are you sure they can give any help? We are not making the abnormalities receive guests for us. If they can be understood and accepted, they will empower the librarians directly or indirectly. Still too ambiguous, I gotta say. Anyhow, what you're saying is that they'll present us with ordeals, basically, and we'll have to overcome them to earn their recognition and borrow their powers. Entering books sounds like something out of a fairy tale. We'll need their power to heighten the emotions of our guests to the peak. After all, I wish you success in there. Sure, anything you say, ma'am. Book of Bloodbath. That sounds inviting. A knife driven by a vaguely aroused will doesn't have what it takes to end a life, I assume? Huh. Observing the opponent. Click on the opposing character. Oh, the character. Okay, yeah, fatal damage is double, weak is 1.5, normal is same damage, endured cuts it in half, ineffective by 1/4. Each character and key page has different resistances to the physical and stagger damage dealt by each type. You can deal extra damage by attacking with damage types your opponent is weak to, denoted by fatal and weak. On the contrary, attacking with damage type whose resistance is set to endured or ineffective will cause less damage. Use resistances to your advantage. A list of passives. By selecting the character, you can see the passive abilities. Take 1 to 5 less damage from slashes. Blood. Lose speed. Boost the max value of block dice by 3. So they're almost always going to have a speed of 1. But their blocks are going to be really effective. Can observe resistances. So they're pretty weak to blunt, like stun damage. But slash is going to be real bad. Alright. Of course, all of my attacks start with slash. 3 paralysis. That sounds bad. It's 1 to 6. I could go for gut harvesting. I don't expect it to deal much damage, but if I can cause bleed... yeah. That's also probably the best way to override his damage there. Shit. So right now I only have one light. He's going to sink. This is good. Of all the things I could have rolled. Oh, does the speed die influence how much light I get? That's good to know. Stagger target if all attacks connect. Starting to think I prepped the wrong character now. This should override all of his attacks. It's unfortunate that they're all slash, though. Let's see if I can guard a little bit so I can deal some stagger damage to him. Nice. So you're planning just to guard this turn. 1 to 4. Focus strikes should be fine. You're planning to guard again. Clash Wind. This attack is probably my strongest, but I don't have enough light. If I do nothing, he's just gonna guard, but I kinda wanna hang on to that light defense. I definitely don't have the right loadout to take you down. Pale hands again. 1 to 3 multiple times. Not sure I need that. Wallop shouldn't nullify 2 of those. And actually, you'll probably get stunned. Let's do it. That's the stagger I was looking for. You have nothing planned, and you're considered fatal to all attacks right now. I think I'll actually go for the preemptive strike this time, as... that's slash damage, and he's currently still fatal to it. I've only got 1 this time. I'll have to make the quickness work. Or, actually, no, I have light defense. There we go. That went pretty well. This one's definitely an endurance contest. What have you got? Just defense. I could probably pierce one. Never mind. The effort was made. I really need a good way to regenerate light. Only got 1 and you're going down swinging. I don't have anything I can guard with. Because I'm out of light. I just gotta take it. a very quick stagger. This was about the worst it could have gone. I may have to do that here. That's good to know. Where is escape? Team emotion level. That's quick mode. Cancel it. I'm not sure I'm allowed to escape yet. This is fine. That one will probably backfire. Let's actually see if I can save up the light. No hands. That is slashing, but that is bleed as well. I'll guard the last hit. Light defense is the way to go here. Ouch. Once again, let's just let the turn slide so I get light. Don't have enough for focus strikes. This is feeling like my best bet. Perfect. Bit of a slow roll. Let's just let him guard again. But I am gonna make this happen. That does slightly better damage and bleeds as well. I guess I get an extra light for the turn if I manage to stagger someone. That's where that came from. All damage is doubled this turn. Let's hit him with a wallop. There we go. That one was a little bit painful, but I managed to scrape through. Thank you. It was a struggle. So, one assistant librarian's woken up, access to new abnormality pages, and emotion level threshold increased to 2. New assignment added. Abnormality page acquired. Blood unbearable depression overwhelms all those who look into the bath. Single ally defensive dice gain 1 to 2 power. Receive extra stagger damage when hit. Ew. Single ally take less damage from slash. When hit, Reduce the damage of an attack to 0 at a 20% chance. That's actually pretty good. Meanwhile, Pale Hands, single ally. After 3 successful attacks on the same target, deal extra bonus damage. Excludes mass attacks. So I need to unlock all the lower floors, rise to the rank of an urban myth and legend. Before that, let's burn the Finn book that I got. Struggle. Gain 2 protection on the next scene. That's a pretty good defensive card. Then more preemptive strike. Prep. On Clash Win, restore a light. I need to start prepping that one. Complete main story. To complete assignment to fight abnormalities for more characters. Beat the main story with. Okay, makes enough sense, I think. With that, I think I'm gonna take 5 for a quick water break. Hope to still see you when I get back. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Thanks so much for popping in and showing me the ropes. Maybe I'll see you again one of these days. You have a good one, man. I'll probably be going for like another hour or 2 once I get back. Really depends on how I'm feeling. But, yeah, thanks again, man. And I'll be back in a bit. Okay, I'm back. Let's see if I can get some decent cards for at least set up some cards for my second player here. So, lesson learned, get other attack types. Backstreet Stash, a little less worried about that, so let's grab Preparation. And then I think I should also... Let's also grab Struggle. That's a pretty good move. And then Elena... I'll keep a light attack for the extra, like, Pierce. Well, I also get some through Preparation. I don't need another light defense, but... Oh, there are 0-cost cards, too. Oh! That's a good way to help build up light, too. Sure, let's put in the Dodge and Strike. Charge and Cover, don't really need as much of that. You can put on a Dirty Blow, though. And I think you can take a Struggle, too. For those good defenses. That's Guide to Survival, that's probably going to be... This might actually be an okay setup. There we go. Couple front-loaded defense, couple back-loaded. That feels a little bit more balanced. That's a general weakness too. I'll have to make it work. Damn it. No way. It was Dodge and Strike, Light Defense, Preparation, Charge and Cover. Wait, where's my extra Struggle? I have two, don't I? Oh, too far. Damn it. I'd like to change the key page and have the same deck when I load back up. Is that not possible? I could have sworn I had two of these. Ah, there we go. Get you a Gut Harvesting. I don't need two that kind of fill in that same gap. I think... Yeah, that looks about right. Okay. Onwards to the next battles then. I see. This is how you basically determine, like, how you can preemptively see what books are needed to access the next level. Finn has failed as expected. He wasn't going to last too long anyways. He was just mediocre. He should have gotten a decent modification surgery, or had enough talent to make up for his lack of experience. But he didn't have any of that. He was nothing more than an overconfident brat. Too bad. I kinda liked his affable and cutesy attitude. Even though I agree, he was bound to die sooner or later. Congratulations, by the way. You must have more options now that you're a grade 8 fixer. Yep, so you'd better be careful. If you don't pay me well enough, I might move to another office. Heard that you're barely covering your own taxes these days, let alone the monthly rent for this office space, am I wrong? I believe the case I had Finn handle could make a breakthrough. You mean the library and the invitation you talked about earlier? But you said the invitation appears randomly, no? How are you going to get another one? I wouldn't have called you if I didn't have certainty. I recently received another invitation. Is that so? The existence of our office depends on this case. The library is sure to be profitable. I have a hunch, so we're giving it everything we have. Let's roll in some dough. I just bought this lovely thing here from a workshop, too. These guests seem quite determined. We should prepare accordingly. A whole office coming at us, huh? It may be a small and insignificant one, but it could prove to be a little tough for the library right now. What if they make it all the way to your room? The guests cannot act outside of the space we've prepared for them. It's how this place works. After all, this space is created with limitless power. Yet you somehow jumped right into my room when you weren't even invited. Anyway, I'm capable of protecting myself, so there's nothing for you to worry about. Greetings, dear guest. You must be the owner of this place. She doesn't even look that strong. Finn must have been here earlier. What happened to him? That one has become a book. I see. So you turn into a book if you die here. Acting all sentimental when you were the one who sent him here, knowing he'd fail? Shut up. We all get exploited and abandoned at some point in our lives. May you find your book in this place. Some receptions are composed of multiple acts. You can check the number of acts in the reception here. Oh, I keep doing that. So I can change up the different options here. Alright. Yoon versus Yoon's Fixer. Or both are Yoon's Fixers. Okay. Let's give it a go. As the emotion levels of characters rise, the overall emotion level of the teams they belong to will be heightened as well. When your team's emotion level goes up, you may choose an abnormality page to use at the beginning of the next scene. There are two types, Awakening, blue, and Breakdown, red. Awakening pages typically consist of purely beneficial effects for the users. Breakdown pages offer powerful effects that come with drawbacks. Each floor offers a different set of abnormality pages to choose from, and the likelihood of each type of page being presented depends on the ratio of positive and negative emotion points that the team has built up. Alright. Ooh, speedy. So both of them are hyper-focusing on Elena. You're planning to dodge and strike. You're planning to strike then guard. You, though, should be able to smack one of them? Extra protection, haste for the next scene, 3 to 7. That's a pretty good this will probably knock you right out. You, on the other hand, it's 2 to 3, then 3 to 4 block. To 3 attack. Let's try struggle. Quick kill. Good luck. Nice. Now I can select an abnormality. Let's get defensive. The scars are marks of failure, but they aren't worthless. There we go. Easy fight. So that's Act 1. Some receptions are composed of multiple acts. Can check that there. So now it's going to be these two. They're going to be a little bit tougher. Does that mean I'm able to... No, it doesn't seem like I can swap out my stuff right now. Alright, let's do it. So since I go first, I can just kind of blitz the two right now. I can swing into Yoon. You're generally weak to slashing. Preemptive strike's probably the way to go. Or I could wallop, and I might high roll into a kill. He is weak to blunt. Let's go for the wallop and hope for a high roll. You, meanwhile... You're weak to what, exactly? More so... blunt. Honestly... These could have been swapped and it would have worked out much better. Let's go for it. Pale hands. Oh, you can see the status ailments there. Okay, I understand. They're both trying to hard focus into you. So let's have Roland intercept with the focus strikes. To 6, 5. Then you're weak to blunt. That seems best solution. There we go. You are broken, so I can just kind of go ham. There we go. Got a lot of different book types. Okay. Excellent. This guest named Yoon could make an especially valuable book for us. They're all like moths diving into flames. That Yoon guy seemed like a clever sort, but he eventually ended up blindly jumping into the fire to get what he wanted. Once you've had a taste of desire, it comes in like an unstoppable wave. It's a quote I heard a long time ago. But is that desire true to one's heart? Well, aren't you funny? You said you despise roundabout speech, and now you're being all poetic. 10 out of 10 delivery. A certain librarian I know would have taken an arm and leg off if she heard that. Get back to sorting books. It's just as Angela said. We've really got another floor to the library. Hey there, my name's Roland. Angela, I still can't forgive you. What is his face? Angela, I thought we were already done with that topic. You simply need to cooperate without complaint. That was the deal, remember? And try to appreciate that fleshy body of yours you've finally earned back. Did you really think you could make me happy just by giving me a human body? Don't forget, I still don't agree with you. As you wish. Damn, that was tense. Hello there. I'm the patron librarian in charge of the floor of history. Malkuth. You seem lively, at least. What was going on just now? I have some unfinished business with Angela. You probably heard bits of it, but I have no choice but to follow her orders, no matter how I feel. I'm in the same shoes as yours, though we seem to have ended up here for different reasons. So what can I do for you? You can bring me books, Roland. Since I am in charge of the floor of history, I'll be sorting the books you bring and collecting those that are about history. Us librarians will then read the collected books, gradually making our floors whole and completing the library itself as an extension. And we'll naturally get to unlock more floors and awaken their patron librarians in that process. So the other librarians aren't asleep for now? Yep, they are. I get the gist of it. You're surprisingly bright for someone who was so upset moments ago, by the way. I was kind of worried I might have to endure some of that wrath. I can't let my personal affairs get in the way of work now. I still have my problems with Angela, but it's not like getting mad about it will do me any good. I've got my own reasons to do my best with this work too. Okay then, let's give it our best shot. Yeah! You can now select a floor of history and a patron librarians up. Middle portion allows you to navigate the information on the floors that are currently available. More floors will be unlocked when certain conditions are met. New librarians are shown on new floors. What's on this floor? You can view the information on the newly opened floor here. You can check for librarians, floor assignments, and abnormality pages. So here... let's burn a little bit. A Book of Airy. Yoon's office. Okay, I got both of their pages. I got Commandeering. Give 1 protection to all allies on the next scene. That's a really strong card. You're too slow. Add +2 power to the next die. So assuming I manage to invade, that slash gets a lot more powerful. Time for a little test. On Clash Win, lower the max value of opponent's next die. That's really good. Let's get some of those books into my loadout. Let's start with the General Works floor. To start, Ares page. I guess it makes sense. Oh, it even comes with, that's a good one. Then let's go ahead. Commandeering and Gut Harvesting for my big hits. Block into swing. Lots of blocking. Let's get some evasion in there too. That's always a useful card. Maybe one of those. Level defense and sure, that should be fine. And then there's probably a good card or two that I can add in there as well. Feeling good. Let's try that for now. Let's keep with Keter, and then we can invite using the Book of Yun. No guests. What? This is what I... Oh, Book of Yun's office. That's the one I need. Brother of Iron Mo. You guys should regularly refill your head with brain fluid. A dry brain dulls your thoughts. I knew I'd been feeling so hazy these days. Where are we going to rob this time? I think we should go for a workshop. Workshops are rich, and they have useful components, too. How about an office? We should earn some infamy if we take down an office or two. I don't think we'll get anything valuable from the offices we can take on right now. A restaurant, then. I like delicious stuff. You moron. Did you already forget why we got our new bodies? But because we wanted to focus on earning without having to worry about food or sickness. That's right. We're enduring like crazy. These bodies just need brain fluid, fuel, and some repairs from time to time. We can make money without feeling hungry or thirsty. That's true. It costs a fortune to get ourselves whole body replacements. Excuse me. Stay hydrated. But it's still uncomfortable. I know I don't have to eat anymore, but I keep thinking of all the tasty things I had before, and it makes me want to taste them again. That's because we got cheap bodies from a cheap workshop. But we just have to earn more, then we can replace our bodies with better ones. The most expensive ones can even adjust emotions and completely shut off desires, on top of having good performance. but those are almost as expensive as a nest household. Well, we can worry about that later. Let's focus on money making now. It's all about the money in the end. So don't bring up restaurants. You're making me want to eat stuff too. Mo, there's a piece of paper stuck to your body. I like how this body doesn't have any sensory systems, but it's annoying being unable to feel things like this. Let's have a look at that piece of paper first. I don't think this was in your body until just now. Maybe we got too infamous and someone sent us a calling card or something. Or maybe a coupon for yummy new food. Are all syndicates composed of such half-witted individuals? I was expecting someone more refined. It all depends on the syndicate. The city's crowded with them. You could even say there's one for every fixer out there. A number of thugs gather up and do things under a name, and you get a syndicate. They're involved in all sorts of different businesses, so it's hard to give a general description beyond that. They seem sloppy. Are those machines? They aren't machines or AI, despite their appearances. Pure machines carrying their own emotions and desires have long since disappeared from the city. These guys are just using whole-body replacements, and low-quality ones from a shoddy workshop at that. I see. Alright, shall we prepare for the reception? So we can find valuable stuff here, right? We just have to chop up some monsters and take some books. This body has strength, if nothing else. We came here for loot, but what if that piece of paper was all a lie? Maybe we were too naive. There's no need to worry, dear guests. In this place, we strictly play by the rules written on the invitation. Yikes. Welcome, dear guests. This is the library, and I am Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake. In this library, you may obtain books listed on the invitation. If you overcome the ordeal, that is. Must be one of those ploys by rich folk. It's all entertainment to them. I heard of that they kidnap people from the back streets, trap them in a labyrinth no one can escape, and make them wander in there, fighting for eternity. Until they die, never to see light again. We've already come this far. We have to do this. Don't be so gloomy. May you find your book in this place, then. 1, 2, 3, floor. Floors that can participate in the reception are shown here. So do... Alright. Oh. I should probably get you set up, huh? Let's get you airy. You can take a commandeering and a focus strikes. You'll get one of those too. Let's get another prep. Let's go light attack and light defense. Let's do Skitter. Then Wallop for some nice damage. Seems like a good enough list. Oh, I can switch which ones I want to do it with. I see. I think I understand. Let's do it with 2. This could be a tricky fight for one person. Okay. I might just want to go in against you. On use, gain 1 haste. That's almost guaranteed to work there. But it's time for a little test indeed. So, you're planning on doing a lot of defense plus guard. Use restore 1 light, inflict 1 paralysis on self next scene. I don't have anything that can pierce straight through that. So I think I'm going to intercept that other attack from the one up top. 2, 3... Preparation's probably not the way to go. Let's go for struggle. Planning to blow it up. Chop it off. It's paralysis. Whenever the character plays a combat page, roll up to 1 random dice on it and have the max value reduced by 3. Ugh. So, one of those will get reduced by 3. With luck, it'll be that slash. Hold up. So that's pretty much guaranteed to win it. How would gut harvesting stack up? Win, and reducing damage? Plus bleed? Yeah, let's actually do that instead. You, meanwhile... That might be a little better for me, the commandeering. Let's try it. You're planning to do a lot of big defense this turn. But I might be able to pierce through with this. One paralyzed, next scene. And then, let's see if I can fully break one of you. So I need to be able to deal 9 damage. That's gonna be a base of 4. Let's do that. So it's all threes. You're going hardcore defense. I wonder if I'll be able to just totally block you off. You, meanwhile... I can try a preemptive strike, but honestly, I'm doubting it'll go well. Yeah, and you're paralyzed for the turn. Cool. That was a pretty even match here. On use, gain 2 strength next scene. So they're both using the same thing. That could be really good. I will chance it. You, meanwhile... 4, 3 to 5. Probably gonna work out better. Okay, stagger there. Dodge. 2 whiffs. You're still standing. If I can deal at least 4 damage to you normally, then... Let's keep that up on the board just so I can see. To 3, 1 to 8. Are either of you capable of... Charge and cover might do it. Let's just prep. Perfect. So he is going to go first against you. What are you doing? That? Let's get that listed. Might be able to do that just to nullify most of your shit. And then... Let's go for the stab. Oh, that was a low roll. That's a curtain call. So now they have a 1% chance to... Do I have to equip these things? Lots of books. See, it's not a good idea to keep your brain inside a hunk of scrap metal. Isn't it still better than a frail human body, though? There are plenty of ways to enhance your body without replacing it for another. Heck, there's actually many options. Tattoos, prosthetic limbs, medications and drugs, you name it. It's all possible as long as you have the cash. Replacing your body with a machine, on the other hand, is a one-way ticket you can't ever go back on. Robotic bodies cannot resemble humans too closely, even if it's for someone swapping out their flesh. Your life goes down the drain right away. When does one put their brain in the machine, then? One, when you urgently need a huge amount of money. You can sell off your old body and organs for a good chunk of cash. Two, when you need to do repetitive work for a long time. I heard mechanical bodies like that aren't bad for that kind of labor. Broken parts can be quickly replaced and desires can be kept under control, so it has its merits. Repetitive work for a long time. What, interested in getting a new body? No, I was just reminded of my past for a moment. Oh, I can do another one of these. The Book of Scorched Girl. I think I'll give that a try. And then I can do the first floor in the history. Oh, that... So I need to kill the twigs. On use, lose 5 HP and inflict 3 burn. Are you not able to do anything right now? Let's try feeling good. Shit. At the end of scene, take 2 damage and subtract a third. They're both going to dodge. And they're pretty weak to strike damage. Let's wallop on this one. Not planning anything, burning hope. This one again. So I'm going to get attacked by that first. And by attacked, I mean... Let's try commandeering. Nice! Now you're trying that too. Assuming I hit both. We're coming along nicely. You're planning to just try and evade. Oh, I don't have enough of that. Prep. I have 2 swings. This might do it. Damn. Right, the evade carries over if I don't succeed. No, don't take hope away from me. That's it. Easy fight. Much better than that first one I did. So, have the books helped? Yep, I'm sorting them all somehow. It seems to be working, thankfully. That's good to hear. By the way, I think I remember Angela saying something along the lines of entering a fleshy body last time we met. Were you, like, not human before? It was like a replacement body, a change that couldn't ever be reverted. So you had a brain transplant surgery, but somehow managed to go back to your old human body here? It's actually pretty impressive, thanks to the library's powers, I'm guessing? Yeah, I think so. You can't let yourself be held back by common sense in the library, huh? I take it that's why you don't really like having your body back? You didn't seem too happy back there. Oh no, I actually do like it. It's just that this isn't exactly how I wanted things to go down. What did you do in the past then? Yeah, I wonder. What was I in the past, really? You wouldn't believe it, but this is actually my third try at life. This library and its librarians have a lot of history behind them. Third try? Can you come back from the grave or something? It's the accumulated memories from my previous two bodies that were carried over, to be precise. My past selves. I never really thought about it in this way before. A difficult problem you're facing there. How about your present self? I'm an irresponsible person who let down everyone's efforts. And an idiot who tried to reach for something out of my means and ended up causing trouble, I suppose. Whoa, hold your horses. Let's not get too dark here. Just calm down for a moment. Take a deep breath. And let it out. In. And out. Relax now? Yeah, it really helped. Thanks, Roland. I should know better than anyone that it's pointless to get upset over things I can't do anything about. Gotta start with the things I can take care of first. Alright, I'll try hard with my work too. Let's take our time with the problem of our past selves. New abnormality pages. Sweet. So we got Ashes. On hit, inflict 1 to 3 burn to the attacker. Or when hit, gain a buff at a 40% chance next scene. Offensive dice inflict 1 burn on hit, doesn't stack. All allies. When a librarian's HP is at 20% or lower, deal 30% of the target's max HP as damage, max 36, and inflict 1 to 3 burn upon approaching them. Then die. Just kind of kamikaze yourself, huh? Single ally. The first 2 combat pages the librarian uses after this abnormality page is selected gain the Matchlight status, excludes on-play pages. When the librarian uses a page with Matchlight, gain 1 Ember. Pages with Matchlight become stronger based on the amount of Ember, however they have a 25% chance to damage the user if the Ember's 4 or higher. Rogan. Let's burn some of my books. Because I didn't get to do this earlier. You can literally YOLO. That's a pretty nice hit. Blow it up. Chop it off. Endure. For the scene up to X. Oh. That's pretty good. Holy shit. For a 1-tap? Strength, charge up, restore light, and inflict paralysis. Let's get you... I only have Arnold's. That's okay. On successful attack, chance to inflict paralysis. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Big hits, multi-hits, buffing. fade and fragile. Lots of slashes. I don't have much thrust here. Oh. I kind of like blow it up, so I might dump this and grab Endure in its place. Yeah, I think that should be okay. This is kind of skewing more offense. Maybe I should... Well, that one's half decent. What? Okay, don't need chop it off. Though if I have a chance to inflict paralysis per attack, I'll roll with it for now and see how well it goes. So I need to burn an Iron Brotherhood book. Let's go. My whole body's still aching from our last job. That's lasting longer than I thought. Still, yesterday was wild, wasn't it? Yep, the new weapon you got from the workshop was a real killer, that's for sure. You don't say. You got way too excited with it and things spiraled out of control. We had to kill 20 more people than planned thanks to you. Since it was a mistake on our part, we couldn't even get paid for the extra kills. Come on, don't be such a killjoy. You're the one who went on the biggest rampage in the end. Maka's muscles are all sore because he had to try to calm you down. Well, I said I'm sorry about it. No need to sweat it. I owe you guys for a few things too. Hate to admit it, but Taeyan has a point. We should all try to cool down our temper a little. As long as we're working as fixers, it's not good to raise more trouble than necessary. Former members of a killer syndicate, now registered to an office and doing fixer work. Life really is full of surprises, isn't it? This office is a weird one too. Can't believe people like us are accepted. Remember what the boss said. There are so many offices and fixers these days, so standing out from the others is the best way to survive in this industry. Our outfits are also quite radical compared to what other offices have. That's why it's filled with maniacs like us. All we gotta do is kill the targets in the most gruesome way possible and hang their bodies out in the open. No wonder everyone's excited to join. It's no different from what we've always been doing. At first, I thought it was crazy that an office would do this kind of work, but I guess threatening targets and send them a warning makes enough sense. Seems to be working well too. Though we've only been getting requests from no-name syndicates and poor folk, this office has a long way to go. It does feel more like a pack of rats than a proper office. Got a message from the boss. Says we should drop by to get new work. Even rascals like those can join offices these days, huh? The whole market's a red ocean. Everyone wants to be a fixer. And that doesn't count as raking yourself over the coals because... Listen, I may not look like it, but I used to be hot stuff, you know? But then things happened and I fell rock bottom. So what did you do for a living? I did all kinds of stuff, really. Doing things within my ability. Is that so? That means you didn't get to do any proper work then. Wow, we really did teleport in the blink of an eye. Is this one of those singularities? Lots of surprises these days. Greetings, dear guests. Hi there. What the? She's pretty damn sturdy. How much did you spend on that bod? There's no need to needlessly exhaust yourselves, dear guest. You'll need to rampage with all you have soon enough. I don't like your soft tone. You're not human, are you? Ooh, look at her face now. Guess she really isn't? Yet another surprise. It's so rare to meet a sapient being that isn't human in this city. I know, right? You might get a ton of cash out of this. May you find your book in this place. Let's run it with Malkuth. Pretty big to gun. Let's give it a go. So you're going to go first and attack my fast guy. Track. Unused recover HP and it's 1 to 4. On defeating an enemy, gain 1 strength next scene. Alright. Let's just hit him with a commandeering. And you... 1 to 4. Maybe I can do a little test. That should be good. Perfect. Staggered into strikes. That was smooth. Whoa. It didn't like where... It doesn't like it right there. Alright, and then we can just kind of hit him with... Let's do Dried Up. And Focus Strikes. Perfect. Smooth round 1. Now for the rest. So if I wanted to, I can switch what team goes in between rounds. Good to know. Okay. Where are you going? Let's see if I can intercept you. You're planning to just use that track again. You're pretty weak to gun. Let's blow it up. Then you two... Do either of you have a particular weakness? You're real weak to that, so maybe I ought to... Let's wallop. I trust myself. Oof. That's okay. My stagger took a lot of damage, but both of you are staggered. You're doing 2 quick hits. 1 to 6 and 2 to 6. That might work out pretty well. Or I could just... Let's try that. And you... Do I have a good kill on any of them? I should be able to focus strikes you and take you out. Shit. Alright. You're going on a rampage, and you're going to mutilate next. Let's do something about you. you've got to step in. Damn, that's, neither of these are great, huh? That might just have to be my option here. And commandeering... Well, actually... That might actually do it for me. New plan. You commandeer into you. And then you... Two low-ish power swings. I'll endure against you. Oh. At least Rampage didn't go poorly. Got a low power attack. I think commandeering might be the play again. And then you can go into that. That's Naoki down. Perfect. Easy enough. Great work as always. I could learn more about the offices thanks to those guests. I, don't get too bothered with what they said about you, alright? Are you trying to console me? Maybe, maybe not. I don't really care if you're actually human or not, you see. That's refreshing to hear. It's been quite a while since I've heard words of comfort. From even one person, too. Well, we're in the age of humanity, after all. Age of humanity? What does that mean, exactly? Don't stare at me too hard now. I don't know all the details either. At some point, intelligent or sapient beings that weren't human were actively driven out of the city into the outskirts. I'm not too sure why it took place, but the Artificial Intelligence Ethics Amendment was introduced as part of that movement. It's already possible to create machines capable of feeling emotions and desires, actually. Those that are pretty much human, in other words. I guess that was the problem. Thanks to the AI Ethics Amendment, no machines could ever be made to resemble humans, including replacement bodies. Though there seems to have been a few exceptions. It's as they said, I'm no human, I'm a machine, an artificial being. To be precise, I was designed using a human as a template. Only a fraction of her brain was used in my creation. So it's not even a human brain resting in a robotic body? Not at all. I'm purely a machine. What about that fraction of human brain you mentioned? It was only an electronic copy of the map of her brain. My body is entirely composed of mechanical components. I had a feeling. It looks like you've been living under a rock your whole life, seeing as how you're oblivious to the workings of the world. You gotta be extra careful then, especially if you're planning to leave here someday. You're a sapient android with emotions and desires. Your existence is most likely a complete violation of the AI Ethics Amendment. The head's scarily good at spotting anomalies like you. Oh, right. In case you didn't know, the head is basically a bunch of shady creeps that rule over the entire city. Though we probably won't ever get to face them. Anyway, this whole library is at huge risk in the first place. Librarians over here seem like they're humans, but not really human at the same time. It's just as you say. I was designed to feel emotions, and I spent what felt like an eternity on stage, repeatedly performing a play that never seemed to end. And when I thought it was finally over, turns out it never really ended. I gotta say, whoever created you must have really been something else too. I don't know what motivated them, but breaking the rules designated by the head itself takes more than just guts. No one can escape the head's enforcement. They all did eventually die. But the library will be safe. It has to be safe. It's like a birdcage. No one is free to enter, and no one is free to leave. Again with that dreamy speech you despise so much. What do you even mean by that? I will leave this place someday, take revenge on all things that made me into what I am, and earn true freedom. I don't care too much either way. That's that, this is this. Let's see, this guy's Yasod from floor 2, Patron Librarian of Technological Sciences. Hey there, name's Roland, Angela's servant. I am Yasod, the Patron Librarian of the floor of Technological Sciences. Is it just me, or is this a cold and piercing stare I'm sensing? Feels kind of different from Angela's, I gotta say. What now? Don't tell me. Are you one of those types that resort to violence when someone talks crap? Your necktie was loose. Oh, thanks. I guess you're a nice fellow after all. Tell me, why do you comply with Angela's orders so meekly? Well, mostly because I have no choice but to help her. Now that I think about it, Malkuth didn't seem too fond of Angela either. Is it a trend to dislike her or something? It's obvious that we wouldn't approve of her. Angela, she utterly crushed our hopes at the very last moment. Sounds complicated. Why are you working for her as a librarian then? It was part of the deal. A deal, huh? I guess that deal's also why most floors of the libraries are locked off, and the librarians are asleep. Boy, I am not a fan of convoluted stories, especially if it involves sentimental stuff. Anyway, both you and I are obliged to help Angela now, aren't we? That is true. Let's give it our best shot then. Over there. What is the meaning of this? A handshake, duh. Never tried it before? You know, the I look forward to working with you kind? Come on, lighten up a little. If we can't avoid it, we may as well enjoy it. I'm supposed to get you books like I do with Malkuth, right? Indeed. My role is to collect and sort books about the technological sciences of the city, specifically. Since it's become clear that we are both well aware of our occupations, kindly take your leave now. Fine, fine. I was about to anyway. Sweet. Urban myth. They do not have the time to think about the terror at the end of the song, before the setting of the sun. Any more reports on the distortion from the Hannah Association or Zwei Section 1? None, sir. They're all observing the situation for now. They did nominate a number of likely suspects, however. So far, we have 2 urban plagues, Laundry of Dreams and Yesterday's Promise, and 1 urban legend, the Church of Gears. The investigation hasn't been going too well, is it? Oh, and the library, a recently appointed urban myth, is also on the list of possible sources. Ha! So even the higher-ups are clueless, aren't they? Seeing as they're throwing out random guesses now. I'm starting to get used to sorting out books now. Tell me, why are you helping me so submissively? What? Remember when you said you'd kill me if I don't cooperate? 'Cause I sure do. And I can't leave here by myself, either. Though, you don't appear to be motivated by fear. I've seen quite a lot of people crawl along the floor, stricken with fear and terror. Judging from my past observations, I doubt you're helping me simply because you're afraid of dying. What the hell were you doing in the past? To be honest, I have a few things I want to know about this place, too. Such as? You said you want to get the one perfect book as you gather books about the city, right? I figured I could run into some fun experiences if I joined you on that journey. I don't have a whole lot to do out there anyway. I'd go back to being a washed-up fixer, scraping at the bottom of the barrel again. There's one thing I've been meaning to figure out more than anything else. Hoping I can maybe find an answer here one day, if I stick around and help you out. We have a coincidence of interests, I see. Sure, as much as I exploit you, you're free to make use of me. Try to be careful about it, though. A careless attempt could seriously get you killed. Sheesh, you're being way too vicious with words. Just what made you so sharp? You'd better not pry into my past any further. I already feel like slowly melting your limbs this time. fine. Jeez. I have a question, ma'am. Do you take questions, ma'am? What is it now? Make sure it's an appropriate question. I did warn you already. What's up with the librarians here? They don't really feel like real humans. But they don't seem to be machines or artificial creatures either. Entities called abnormalities and employees, both of which were thoroughly exploited by the facility that once stood upon where we are. They're just like me in that sense. Originated from humans, taken advantage of, and abandoned once grown out of use. I don't know, what you're doing with them now still looks like exploitation. They were broken, they couldn't even sustain a stable form, and their existence was so fragile they could fade away at any moment. They're barely kept together, and I've bound them to a physical body and a book. All I can do for them now is find the one book that will free me and the librarians. You're going to release the librarians? That's the only way for any of us to leave, you know? I use the same kind of power to reconstruct your body. Huh. Just remember this. As we collect numerous books from our guests, we will eventually reach the one absolute book that contains everything. So in order to upgrade that floor, I need to get 2 mysterious books. I need to get more books. I need to unlock some more floors and rise ranks. I can now send general invites. General invites are sent to unimportant guests who won't lead the plot, but they can be resources to help grow the library. Take the following steps, 1, 2 below, to send a general invite. Choose any books you'd like to register as your books of the day by clicking on an empty register book slot. It can be any amount / grade. Putting in a combination of books that is used for a red invitation, story characters, will invite the matching guests instead. Some of these books I may need to find extras of, but I'll worry about that later. For now, I think that's a good place to end the stream for the day. I'm having a good time with it, the story is intriguing to say the least, and I'm still kind of learning the ropes of the game, but I'll get there soon enough. Either way, I hope all y'all enjoyed the stream, and hope to catch you on the next one. Have a good one, everyone.